Hey guys, Akashicvirgo here. I hope you guys had a great new year, and I hope you guys set some new year resolutions and action, some new plans. I'm on a little vacation right now. I've been working like crazy, so we're gonna go ahead and do a reading for you guys. I miss you guys all. I'm happy I get to jump on here. Thank you so much for all the likes, subscribes, comments, and shares. Um, I'm on a little vacation at my grandma's house, so it's not the usual setting. So work with me, guys. I hope you love it. I love you all. Lots of love and light. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. The information to book a personal reading with me is at the bottom in the description below. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the reading. We're doing the sign of Aquarius today, which actually it's a lot better lighting. Thank goodness for guys. We're going to go ahead and do the sign of Aquarius today. So I also got a new deck by Alana Fairchild. It's called the Krista Mandela. We're going to be using this today as well as a few other decks. I got this deck as well. It's just kind of something simple tarot deck. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and see what's going on for the sign of Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. I already meditated, but I'm going to call on fire, earth, wind, water, spirit, and ether. Again, fire, earth, wind, water, spirit, and ether. Thank you. Jesus and Joseph, you are allowed here, and Mary as well. Call on We're going to go ahead and see what the messages are for the sign of Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for the sign of Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for the sign of Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. That jumped right out. Ace of Wands. So you could be having a new beginning. I'm hearing a new beginning in work. You definitely could be having a new beginning in work. It says new ideas, new creations. Putting prayer for that, Spirit. What is this Ace of Wands for the sign of Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, death in reverse. So definitely new transitions. You're definitely going to be having new transitions in this time period. There's a lot of things that I'm hearing you're going to become aware of in this time of death, like in this new transition. You're going to become aware of these things. And ultimately, we're looking in the past, you know, as well as new transition. So, yeah. So, in the past, you were still the Ace of Wands, but you also had to have a death, like a new transition. So, you basically, what I'm hearing is you had to shed skin. You had to shed skin in the new, by the way, it's my new Celente knife. But you had to shed skin of the old, like hearing layers. You had to shed layers of the old so you can find the new. and become very powerful. So from your past energy, you know, you were always, you know, the Ace of Wands, but you needed to have a death to a situation so you can really hold that wand and really take forth your power in what it is that you want to do in your birthright, as well as you know, in this time of you vibrating to a higher level, you not only were you ascending, but you were realizing your power. As you can see, this person with the Ace of Swords, you know, is really holding that sword tightly, you know, owning that sword, you know, really feeling like there's no one else who's better to hold that sword. There's no one else to really go in there and pick that sword. Two aces is beautiful. We're going to go ahead and clarify this with the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, I just want to find out what it is more that you are. Yeah, it's funny. Guys, the Queen of Cups popped out, which is so funny because that's Aquarius. As well as Knight of Cups, King of Swords, you know, Wands, King of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. But yeah, so I feel like, you know, this is, this situation that you needed to shed light on is happening for a reason. It's happening because, you know, it's 2020. It's a new year, to realize that I'm hearing out with the old and in with the new, right? What is this combination with the Death and the two Aces of Swords? Upright, thank you, Spirit. Kind of Aquarius, the world, yeah. So you're ultimately shedding your skin so you can you know, understand the cycles you know, that you had to go through. I just saw 733, so confirmation. Understand the cycles that you've had to go through from childhood, and, you know, and really realizing, you know, what is good for you and what's not good for you. And so once you shed these old, you know, these old past memories and these old wounds, you know, you ultimately, you know, become the full Ace of Swords, you know, and realizing your power and realizing your strength. Because ultimately, you know, we are of a higher power, and God always wants you to learn the lesson, but also come out on top, you know. And now you've learned that lesson, and you know, also the world to me is also karmic cycles as well. So you may have completed karmic cycles, whether that be, you know, with your family or with your work or with an ex-lover or with a current partner. You know, you're completing those cycles. You're really understanding, you know, what it is to love yourself and understand who you are. Yeah, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, for sure. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But ultimately, you're the star of the show. So, you know, you're the star of the show, or you could be getting an offer from a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as a Pisces, to be the star of their show, to, you know, I'm hearing show them around or chauffeur them around, you know, almost, but as in not a, you know, you're someone who just shows me around and that's it. You know, it's maybe a little deeper than that. Or it could just be that, you know, you're getting rid of this Page of Cups, this someone who you think is making you the smallest offer that there possibly is. But ultimately, you are the star of your show, and you're not allowing past wounds to get to you, you know. We're going to go ahead and see what is the current situation with you in this. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so the current situation is you're dealing with an emperor, for sure. Okay, so there could be two situations. Spirit is saying you're dealing with an emperor currently who is not your divine masculine, and I don't want to break that to you. But he's not your divine masculine, he's someone else's. So you could be dealing with a boss. You could be also dealing with, someone who feels very arrogant as well, because the emperor is someone who's like very arrogant, someone who's very bossy, someone who's assured in their position. They also, when they go for something, they know what they want. And there may no longer want to be an option in your life because you may make them feel like they're an option, or vice versa. Guys, take the energies how they resonate. Guy, girl, this could be for cross watchers, divine feminine, divine masculine, karmics, however you resonate with this situation. But you could be dealing with an emperor and someone who doesn't need to be an option, or you don't want to be an option in this person's life, and you don't want to feel like you are always left as the last option, is what I'm hearing. So I'm also hearing you're the last to know. So this emperor is I'm thinking also as well, thinking about other options. So the present situation is maybe you're with this person, this was the past energy, and you're feeling that way, but then you come here and this is the present, and you're feeling like maybe this person does have other options, and you're preparing yourself for a situation that can ultimately explode. So give me another card, Spirit. The Five of Swords in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of done with the pity parties, is what I'm hearing. So if you were dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios, not only are we emotional in that side, guys, no offense, I love you all, lots of love and light, guy, girl, however, but ultimately the moon represents emotions. So therefore, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, being the moon signs and stuff like that, I think that you're ultimately realizing that you don't have to put up with any of this bullshit. You don't have to put up with feeling like you're an option. You don't have to feel like, okay, well, he's gonna tell me, well, if he has other options, then I should just leave. Of course I'm going to want to leave. Of course I'm making this decision ultimately. But at the end of the day, we really need to sit down and discuss this like an adults, and figure out what's going on, because I'm not dealing with the tiny little bullshit that you consider to be a big deal, right? To me, it's a little deal, right? Being an Aquarius right now, right? To you, it's really necessarily like a little deal, and you don't really want to have to deal with any of it, to be honest with you. And, I feel like what I'm feeling as well, and what I'm hearing, is that you kind of want to just let it go. I'll clarify the Spirit, the Emperor. Yeah, it's ultimately you're feeling stabbed in the back. You're drained. You're emotionally drained, and physically, mentally, anything that you can be drained of, you're drained of. You're no longer feeling, combative, is what I'm hearing. You're done. You're putting up your hands and you're saying you won. They won. They've done what they felt like they needed to do. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, exactly. Emperor again. Two of Swords. Hangman. Every time I see this card, I ultimately hear fuckery. So, ultimately, I mean, when it's all said and done, you're no longer going to be feeling trapped. You're no longer going to be feeling stagnant in which decision to go, what pathway should you take. And ultimately, I mean, the Emperor is looking at you to kind of, what I'm getting it from this is you to make your first move. I mean, ultimately, what I'm feeling is that he just doesn't want to, be with you. And I'm not going to be a tarot reader that's going to, sugarcoat it. What I'm getting from the message is he doesn't want to be with you anymore as well. And he's just kind of waiting for someone to make the right move. As so are you, you know? You're tired of feeling in this Ten of Swords situation where, you know, you've finally gotten enlightenment. You're no longer feeling just stuck there. You're enlightened. Okay? About all of the fuckery going on. I'm hearing multiple women. I don't know if that has anything to do with you and this karmic partner or this person that, you know, you're dealing with, this emperor, this arrogant motherfucker, but, you know, you're ultimately dealing with someone who's dealing with multiple women. And they don't have time for you, as well as you don't have time for that, right? So, that's the present situation. Let's go ahead and look at the future. Are you going to meet anyone new, Aquarius? Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more about the sign of Aquarius for their future. Are they going to meet anyone else after they ultimately get rid of the situation? Are they going to meet anyone else after they ultimately get rid of this situation? Yeah, I mean, you may ultimately meet someone else. We're going to go ahead and keep looking further into it. But ultimately, you're just kind of finding the strength to recover. You're trying to gather information is what I'm hearing. When it comes to, you know, your pentacles, when it comes to figuring out a new situation, and how you're going to, we'll just use this, and how you're going to figure out, you know, what is the better path for you? What is something that is in alignment with your soul purpose? So you're kind of finding your strength to figure out what represents you in the future, and where is the best step for you to go to next. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. The Moon, yeah. Because you're tired of the secrets. But you're also maybe doing this in secret as well. You're doing this in secret when you move. And I just got confirmation 1722. So, you know, you're doing this in secret. You may also have a twin flame you're doing this for as well. But we're going to go ahead and take a look. You know, because you don't want to deal with this anymore. And you're doing it in secret. And you're moving in the current future, I guess. This is telling us about the current future. Yeah. Exactly. So we got the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Four of Cups. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, you're holding on to your money. You're saving right now. You're saving. You may have another option to do something else, but you're kind of just sitting back and wondering what it is the next step to take. But you're doing it with precision, I'm hearing. You're doing it precisely, and you're going to be smart about it because you know that this situation is over. There's a situation that is completely over and has ended completely and is going to end. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. There's no new beginnings on the horizon, but you're looking for new beginnings. You're looking for new ways to create. Maybe co-create is what I'm hearing with someone else or someone in the business front, as well as, again, Seven of Cups and Judgment. Yeah. So, yeah, the Spirit is calling judgment on this situation because there are options involved, whether that be on your part or on this other person's part. You guys can figure it out. I love you all. Lots of love and light, guys. But yeah, you just really have to focus on, you know, what Spirit is telling you. That there's other options out there, you know, and maybe you actually have your eye on someone who is an option, or you have your eye on something as in when it comes to work and judgment is called on your situation. You have to change that around. But yeah, Spirit is letting you know that there is other options, you know, and they kind of did this on purpose, you know. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, the wheel is turning for you, though, ultimately. You know, as well as the wheel to me, the Wheel of Fortune to me is completed cycles, as well as karmic cycles, again. But you're definitely completed cycles, and you've definitely completed the old you. You've shedded your skin. You know, you've let go of any past wounds. You know, you're definitely healing. You're not completely healed, but in the process, you will be completely healed eventually, and you will realize that it was all worth it. It was worth, you know, this going through this situation for you to complete these cycles for the future. You know, thank you, Spirit. Exactly. And, you know, even if you, Page of Pentacles, you could also be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, as well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, another Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, as well as Aries, Leo, Sag. But what happens here is that, you know, even if you're starting, you know, on your own, and you're starting by yourself, you're realizing that even what you have is something you can turn around and make it into something way bigger. Okay, is what I'm really ultimately hearing. You ultimately can turn it away and make it something bigger. Because you're not going to be dealing with these situations. These things that make you angry. Or these little offers that are useless. Or having to fight over someone that's useless. Any other card, Spirit, for the future? High Priestess, yeah, because you're the High Priestess. You're someone who is ultimately, you know, someone who can figure it out on their own. You're highly spiritual. You know, ultimately the High Priestess is divine feminine to me, as well as someone who's very spiritual. Someone who's understood. Someone who's balanced. Someone who's a loving, caring person who cares about the world. And even if someone doesn't see it, that doesn't mean that you stop being who you are. You always love who you are, and that's ultimately where you're headed. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and see what your... I got some meditation cards. We're going to go ahead and see what your meditation should be in the next couple of days or in the next week. Whenever this reading, you get this reading, this is for you. My videos are timeless. So whenever you're led to view this video, that's when you're led. What meditation should we get for the sign of Aquarius in this next couple of days? Give me one more, Spirit. One more. Wow. Okay, so we're going to take all of them, right? That's what it's for. So the first one was, for as long as space abides and for as long as sentient beings abide, may I too abide to dispel the sufferings of sentient beings. Master Shudira. Wow. It is easy to see the fault of others, hard to see one's own. One sifts and faults of others like chaff, but covers up one's own, as crafty cheaters covers up a losing throw. The Buddha. Some affirmation. Those are quotes to meditate on. Now we're on affirmations. Sun, moon, earth, infinity, all that is infinity, I am thee. The Sri Gayatri mantra for healing. I am worthy of love and I choose to love myself. We are all one. So ultimately, guys, ultimately, in this decision that you're making and in this decision that you are moving forward with, you have to ultimately realize that this was better for all parties involved, for the highest good, because obviously, as well as Emperor to me also represents divine masculine. So, he may not have been your divine masculine. He may have been a karmic. He may have played a role in your life as a cycle for you to learn a lesson. But to know that this is the best for all parties involved. And don't get down on yourself, okay? Because you're a blessing, I'm sure, in anyone's life. And the best thing to do is to love yourself and everything will fall into place in divine timing. And don't get down on yourself. Okay, Spirit? We're going to go ahead and get an angel card from Archangel Raphael, and then we're going to grab a Mandela card from the Oracle deck, and I'll read you the meaning. Not all of it, because it will take forever, but like certain parts. Thank you, Spirit. Give me a couple of cards for sign of Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. So we have increased energy. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. Beautiful. Relationship. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. So you could be coming into a new love eventually in the future as well. As well as we got the card, Have Faith. Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. That was beautiful. So yes, guys, have faith. You know, if you need to increase your energy, go for a walk, do whatever makes you happy. You know, just try to be outside more, and get fresh air, because fresh air is really ultimately the best way to get oxygen to the brain. And not only that, but it helps you, you know, really clear your mind and understand what is ultimately best for you. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, guys. I love you all. Lots of love and light. If you guys want a personal reading, the information will be in the description box below. As well as, I hope you guys are having a great start to the new year. And Happy New Year, guys. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. A safe New Year, a safe Christmas. The special's going on, guys, until January 29th, I think it is. For personal readings. That will be a limited time offer. I do get a lot of personal readings. But if you guys would love to book a personal reading with me, let me know, please. The link will be in the description box below. Again, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell for notifications. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got for the sign of Aquarius. Also, don't forget to love yourself, guys, okay? You're important too. You're a being. What information do you have? Thank you, Spirit. Give me any more. Spirit wants me to do 3 more? Okay. Wow. So we have, So It Shall Be. And then we have Her Golden Grace. And the Ascended Masters for this is, for So It Shall Be, the Ascended Master is 333. And for Her Golden Grace is 888. We also have Already There's Value. So ultimately, guys, there's value in you. Don't forget that, okay? Like I said, Spirit is so right. We also have the Vision. We also have Sacred Play. And Grace for the Grand Gesture. And Discernment. So, I will read you few sentences from each one. But if I read all of them, we'll be here forever. Okay? We'll do the ones we have. So we have Sacred Pleasure. Well, that says Sacred Play. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to start off with Already There Is Value. We bring you the empowerment to see that already there is value. It is natural for creative energy to become excited by new possibilities, new ideas, new forms. It is also possible, however, for creative energy to become engaged in liberating the undiscovered value within that which already exists, polishing it until it shines within divine light. Sometimes there is a need to shed the past, all associated with completely. Guys, I just want to let you know how freaking correct was that, guys. Shedding the past, like I said, shedding old skin. Shed the past and all associated with it completely, starting afresh. However, at other times, there is something of the value from the past that can, if allowed to be back into the light of your creativity, become very valuable for your future. If your enthusiasm to move forward in life, don't forget to take the value that already exists in the world along with you. See, guys, so don't forget the value in yourself. Don't forget the value in the world, and don't forget that there's other people out there who are better for you, better for your time, and value you. Also, don't forget to shed old skin, guys. We also have her golden grace. We bring you the empowerment of her golden grace, Divine Mother Lashkim, who brings the blessing of enlightenment and prosperity and beauty. Good fortune smiles upon you now. Open your mind to the reality of divine generosity without limit. Open your heart to feel worthy of her love. When you allow her to grant your bounty, to bless you with her golden grace, she is empowered to shine her divine beauty in the world, to heal, uplift, inspire, and enchant the souls in need. Yes, guys. So for what I'm getting at this is that it's time to move on. Okay, like we were saying, you know, you've gotten the plan, you're getting the plan together. You need to eventually take action, but maybe you need to move at a little bit faster pace. But also realize, that it's your turn to shine and move forward elsewhere and be of service elsewhere. Okay. Because you're loved and you have a lot of people who love you. And you don't want to let that go to waste. If ever in doubt, it does. So we're going to do, and so it shall be. We bring you the blessing of so it shall be. There are times when we will go through your life journey without any sign of what is going to happen. You may be working hard to heal an issue or build your dream, and not really know if you are going to ever be successful. You may hope for the best, but not know whether you should really expect the worst. You may sense that the universe is asking you to trust how things are going to turn out, and yet giving up your uncertainty is difficult. That usually means that an uncompromising commitment is too difficult. Where there is uncertainty, there is often hesitation and procrastination. Spirit does not want you to miss out on your dreams because you lack faith and therefore are holding yourself back from going for it with all that you have within. So you are being given the blessing of divine decree. an absolute confirmation of success, and the divine granting of a wish fulfillment. Switch your thinking from possibility to inevitability. It is not a question of it, but of when. Know that you are going to succeed, a commitment completely by yourself. Don't hold back, go for it with the gusto. According to divine will, you shall manifest the highest expression of your divine destiny of the lifetime. So it shall be. Sorry, guys. So to me, so it shall be. So you shall shine bright. So you shall, shed light on the situation and shed light of your old skin and, shed light on your past and your, either this is childhood or from what the situation has done to you. It is no longer going to take control of you anymore. And so it shall be that you decide to do what's best for you and your best interest, as well as you may also have children. So sorry, guys. We have to do Sacred Play. I don't think we've done that. After this, we have Sacred Play and then 2 more. So we have, I should have done this sermon. So we have Vision. Sorry, guys. So we have Vision. We bring you the gift of vision and inspirational insight from which you shall drive energy, motivation, and sense of purpose. You have many abilities. So my throat keeps bothering me, guys. So obviously this may be like a touchy subject for you guys. Just talking about this situation in general with your partner or the person that is a karmic, in a situation where it's really affecting you and you kind of choke up when you talk about it. But it says you have many abilities and capacity to do numerous things with your talent, time, and energy. We know your heart yearns for meaningful, focused purpose. You have things you want to accomplish, perhaps so many that at times you may feel as though you are attempting to live more than one life in this lifetime. We know you can benefit from a vision, something that interrogates all you want to do in one unifying purpose. If you do not see how it is possible for all your talents and dreams to be woven into one master vision, we know that love makes all things possible. According to its own creative intelligence and wisdom, the universe shall take care of the details, and from the long universal mind, in accordance to the divine timing and your own readiness, we shall gift you with your vision. Yes, guys. So, ultimately, when you finally do make this decision, you finally do decide that, this is not what you want, you're ultimately going to be given the information that you need to take the next step forward and receive divine guidance, so that no longer you are walking in a path of blindness, is what I'm hearing. So we also have discernment. It says, we bring you the blessing of discernment. There's an expression. It's funny how all of these cards go with you, by the way. Your sign. My sun is an Aquarius. So shout out to Aquarius, guys, which I love all signs. We know. Expression to all glitters is not gold, and that appearance can deceive. This does not mean that you must greet the world and all the appearances with suspicions and distrust. By the way, my son's a little child, so he's not even into all this crazy stuff. He's a baby still, and I'll motherfucking frick the world up. Anybody messes with him, okay? Sorry, back to it. So this does not mean you must greet the world with all appearances with suspicion and distrust. It means that you use it wisely and trust what you feel and sense happening beneath the surface. Even if it seems directly opposed what is being said or with many others may not believe, the world is filled with opportunities for you to practice sensing truth behind the mask. You will do this accurately when you allow your instincts and intuitions to inform you without rationalizing the information, so it matches the superficial appearance of things. If intuition and instincts is nuggling you at superficial appearances, then it's something that's trying to communicate with you, something that wants you to listen. Take your time to feel for your authentic response. Discernment helps you cut through illusions, manipulation, deception, and gets you to the heart of the matter. And the situation at hand. It is intelligent and a use of intuition and instinct that will help you navigate through the multitude of choices available for you in your everyday life, and if you choose what best serves you in your life journey. So yes, guys, just use your discernment. You're being gifted with the decision of discernment. And sometimes, when we're going through cycles and we complete cycles, or we're just ending at a cycle, or just starting in a cycle, or in the middle of a cycle, whatever the situation is, we're cutting a cycle. And whatever that cycle is, it's, you were gifted with the gift of discernment from these spirit guides, from your ancestors, to kind of cut through the bullshit and cut through, what it was that that was an illusion. Let me just find the other one. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Thank you. Bear with me. Sacred play. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. We bring you the gift of sacred play. We enter your heart bringing in joy and the ability to have fun, to laugh, to see the silly, playful side of, and entertained by wonderful spectacle of life. We know how you look at it, and we will see the joyful hand of the Creator behind so many of the people, places, and things you see every day. You will begin to feel the Creator's delight in creation. You will feel laughter deep in your soul, a joyful connection with the universe as you realize that even in the strange, sometimes dark mystery, life has brightness and delight to it, a sense of humor and a quirky, amusing, enjoyable beauty. We know that there is no greater joy inside of you, and we will help you reconnect, and that the joy now, so even your Ardonis, Artemis, most challenges will diminish your capacity to feel the light of your spirit and take delight in your life. Yes. Sorry, I don't know why I was up here the whole time. Sorry, guys. So, yes, ultimately, you are, realizing that the Creator is behind all this, like we were saying, guys, in the tarot, like we were saying in the oracles. Everything, it happens for a reason, and God helped you create this tower as well as your ancestors, so you can ultimately realize, what's best for you. And then we have 4-4 again. Then we have grace for the grand gesture. It says to bring you the gift of grace. I'm also hearing you could be dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios. We bring you the gift of grace in the grand gesture. Although there is times when even the smallest act, such as choosing think positive, is enough to transform your world. There comes a time for the leap of faith and the grand gesture of unconditional trust that they will free you from the past and empower a universe to gift you with a new future. The grand gesture is a big step. The willingness to say the universe that trusts you that this is time for the life I know I've been given for a way bigger, bold experience, and I'm willing to allow you to lead me into it. You then make an offering which confirms your declaration and empowers the universe to reward the faith and you have demonstrated. The grand gesture cannot be forced. It comes from a place there should be uncertainty that they are not ready. The grand gesture must be unconditional, and it may be something you offer. For me, what willingly to offer something of yourself than service to what you love. When it comes from the place, the grand gesture is a trigger of divine grace and expressed in itself. Your life is an extremely new, scary, and passing all expectations and showering you with blessings. So yes, ultimately the Spirit is coming in and showering you with blessings. They want you to realize everything's going to be okay. They want you to know that, even though you're dealing with this person from the past and maybe currently still your present, you will no longer be dealing with them in your future, and Spirit comes in just at the right time is what I'm hearing. So, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Akashicvirgo. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.